Hello, everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of the Basement Bookers Podcast. It's your boy, Basement Chair, with the world's most baldest, rizzest man, Rich the Riz. And today, we will be taking good care of business. That's right. We're going to talk about Worlds End, the pay-per-view that obviously took place a week ago. But this time, it's personal because it's the end of the world.
That's right, bro.
Whatever. Yeah.
End of the world, end of some feuds, beginning of some new feuds, surprises, twists and turns. I can't wait to get into it.
So many great things to talk about. And first, we're gonna see that there's a little highlight thing that AEW has. We'll watch that together, refresh our memories. Obviously, both of us, we've obviously seen this, and just in case, because you never know for people. So let's cut to the video. All right, here we go. The AEW World's End. Look at that, Gay White, and then there's Briscoe. Look, this is the build-up.
Kicking, Darush and
Look
Garcia.
at that big man over there. Oh, remember when Redeemer and he did? Look what he did.
The
He
match
wasn't
got
having any of that shit. CJ Perry over there and Timeless One. And look at her. Look at Riho. Look at her. She just not enough. Just wasn't enough.
Oh,
First of all, hold on a minute. I got a question. All right. So remember the spot where like Luther with the rope, right?
right.
On Tony Storm
Mm-hmm.
here. She wasn't reaching that shit regardless. Like Luther didn't have to do anything. Like you can even see it here. How much further back is he pulling the rope? If you look from, does the mouse appear in here? Okay. Like the mouse cursor over here by the turnbuckle.
Mm-hmm.
There, and see the stress of the rope.
Mm-hmm. Well, you see, with
Like it
such
looks like
little
he's
arms.
using all his. That's what I'm saying.
With such little arms, an inch is like a mile.
Riho's arms are too short to box with God.
Trust me, I know about that.
Yeah. So see that? I love the belt though. It's very old school.
Timeless Cakey Storm.
Well, whatever. Tony Storm set her eyes on the next target. Wendy Richter. She told her she's gonna fuck her up.
Wendy Richter. I'm gonna fuck you up.
That's right.
That's literally what she said.
Right. Listen, Wendy, if you know what's good for you, you'll watch for the shoe.
You better roll to the left or roll to the right, because you ain't stopping this.
That's right. Tony's on a roll. Nah.
So this was interesting. So we didn't get Keith Lee.
Mm-hmm.
We got the man himself, Dustin Rhodes, which I gotta say, if you think about it, as far as substitution goes, at least it makes sense from a storyline point of view, since he's friends with Keith Lee, or should I say tag team with Keith Lee that one time?
A couple times, I think. The naturally limitless or something like that.
Yeah. Did Dusty know Keith Lee? Was he around for Dusty, or is that
Dusty? Was the one that told Keith Lee he's limitless.
There you go. All right, so that all tracks.
Or
yeah.
Or he said I don't remember which it was. It might have been this one. He said let the people bask in your glory, and then he used that.
Let the people bask in your glory, baby. You're limitless, baby. Look at you. All right.
Where'd you get that Dusty soundbite? It's great.
It's from YouTube, somewhere. Okay, let's continue here.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And so this I didn't understand, this get up on Darby here. Like if I were him, I would wear. He kind of reminds me of Mabel from Men on a Mission.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, or maybe Mabel. Yeah, but like if they sucked out all like the body weight from him, and this is what's left over. Kinda, you get that. I'm not shaming Darby Allin. All right, I don't want to fight Darby Allin. He's a crazy person. Should I slow down the speed, or is it going too fast for you?
I think it's fine.
Okay. There he is, jumping around like an idiot. There he goes, getting planted like an idiot. There he goes, just falling around like an idiot. Oh, there goes Sting. He was a house of fire that night. Even though you think he's too old for this shit. There's Abaddon. And Julia Hart, obviously, Julia Hart was going to retain.
Mhm.
She had some help there. Now, look, this is a problem for me.
Mhm.
Edge, I'm sorry. Adam Copeland versus Christian
Adam.
Cage. We got a lot to talk about with that one. All right. But nonetheless, here is another one we're going to be talking about. This is Moxley getting ready to take our boy Eddie Kingston to new heights here.
Mhm.
He's ready. He looks like a guy who's about to be crucified for the sins.
Mhm.
And they went at it, man.
Ooh.
A lot of slapping, a lot of fat back fists. And like you wouldn't be able to tell from that little preview thing how it was going. Like
Right.
you wouldn't know that Eddie Kingston won that match.
Mhm.
It looked like he got slept. Speaking of, this was the main event clips. Look at these highlights from the
Oof.
main event. Look at and this was it, the unveiling, and now it's gone. So we'll be talking about the mid card mafia. We'll be talking about a lot AEW Worlds End in this next segment we call What Happened AEW Worlds End. Wow, what a highlight reel we were allowed to do. But definitely check that highlight reel out. It's going to be linked below. It's over at the AEW. Let them know the basement bookers sent you. Hello, Aubrey. Sorry you didn't get a golden pencil this year, but you were not nominated. So
But thank you
I
for taking our
digress.
advice and toning it back.
That is no, she didn't. She really didn't. We just
Didn't
haven't been
she?
watching that much.
I guess not.
She's
Oh
still
well.
annoying. Uh, no, but we have fun here. First
Mhm.
ever. Let's go. Okay, so the first match was Willow Nightingale versus Chris Statlander at the pre-show there.
Mhm.
Uh, Willow Nightingale won. She won. She beat Chris Statlander. I guess that was fine. Um, so this is where my trouble starts. The trouble
Mhm.
begins, unbeknownst to the rest of us, because
Mhm.
this occurs in the future. None of us, when we did the AEW World's End prediction episode, predicted the winner of this match. No one thought that Killswitch would win the 20-man battle royal for a future AEW TNT Championship match whenever.
Mhm.
In which it's like, why not think that? To be fair to us, if we actually had a list of the participants, we might have just said that anyway because we didn't know who was in it.
Right. That they no one knew except TK maybe.
Trent Beretta found out because he was eliminated by Killswitch,
That's right.
so it could have been him, but it
Mhm.
should have been, it would have been, but it wasn't.
I mean,
Um,
Trent.
I mean, look, he may not be the one that looks like me, Chucky T over there, but at least
Mhm.
he's a guy that like looks like he works out a lot. So, um,
Good.
yeah. What'd you think of that? Um,
I
without
mean,
hindsight, I guess.
yeah, like absolutely. If I had known Killswitch was in it, he would have been my vote. I wonder. No, I don't wonder. I don't wonder anything. Of course, because of course I saw this. So 20-man battle royal. Chuck, Chuck, Chuck. Not Chuck as in Chuck Taylor, but over the top rope. Yada yada. Killswitch wins.
All right. Well, you didn't have to do all that. Like, if you didn't have anything like constructive, I could just keep moving. Like, you could just be like, "Yeah, fuck it, whatever." It's okay. All right.
Yeah. Fuck
So
it. Whatever.
there you go. So the show proper,
Mm.
we've made it. We've made it to World's End,
Mhm.
live from Long Island. Might as well be 10 days away from us. We've got the Blackpool Combat Club, Claudio Macaroni, Castagnoli, and Brian Danielson, who somehow could not defeat Eddie Kingston because Eddie Kingston was just that much better that day. Uh, Mark Briscoe on there, and then
Mhm.
and Daniel Garcia, and they defeated Jay Lethal, Brody King, Switchblade, Gay White, and Jay White and Roosh. It was pinfall there. Um, almost 20 minutes. It's a long match there, but with an 8-man tag, everybody gets their stuff in. I don't
Mhm.
have any much to report, but other than good, I guess it's fine. Good use of these guys, and anytime Mark Briscoe gets to be on like a pay per view is that's fine with me. So
Yeah, absolutely. We picked this team to win because of Mark Briscoe, and there you have it.
yeah, there it is. All right, let's talk. Let's talk about Miro. Miro defeating Andrade and El Idolo, in probably, most likely, definitely for sure, we know his last AEW matchup.
Hmm.
You know, it was game over. It had to be. Look, hopefully Miro can use this. Like it could be like, yeah, I sent him packing or whatever, and etc. Made him look really good.
Hmm.
So I guess we'll see what happens with that one. Rich.
Yep. So, time will tell where Andrade El Idolo will land. I mean, it's a new day in WWE. Maybe door will reopen for him, or maybe he'll go back down to CMLL.
I mean, the storyline is there. If he were
Hmm.
to go back, he'd be on SmackDown. You could bring him in as a face because Zelina's got beef with Escobar,
Hmm.
and there's the connection. And there you go until people realize, yeah, we like booing Andrade
Yeah,
more than
writes
cheering
itself.
him. So it's time to move on with that.
Hmm.
Speaking of time telling, we had timeless Tony Storm with Luther, as we discussed before, defeating Riho by pinfall. What do you? How did you feel about that? Not barely 10 minutes,
I feel
and
like
yeah.
if only Riho's arms were like 2 feet longer, she might have had a real shot. The match kind of came out of nowhere. Actually, no, the match absolutely came out of nowhere. Um, but like they say, Riho, first AEW Women's World Champion. She can kind of just come in anytime she wants and say, "Hey, I want a shot at the title."
Remember me? I'm Riho.
You're
She could
right.
just say that, and uh,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Oh,
And,
she's
and
she's like she's 23 years old and has 10 years experience or something like that.
in
So
some way, she's AEW Charlotte Flair. Like she could just show up, and there's like, there you go. We got issues. We got a title match going. You know what I mean? In
yeah,
that way, like,
yeah. I'm trying to think because that seems to be the case for Hikaru Shida as well.
mm,
I do like Riho though.
I like Hikaru Shida only because I like her. Like she likes to do costumes of things I like. So
Fair.
you got to find what you like, I guess. Speaking of finding what you like, Swerve Strickland and Prince
Hmm.
Nana.
Hmm.
There you go. Defeating Dustin Rhodes by pinfall there.
Hmm.
We've discussed earlier Keith Lee, unknown illness, allegedly.
Hmm.
And, Dustin was, the guy to pick for that. And, Swerve's going to move on from there. I don't really have much to say on that.
Yep. Same.
All right. Now, let us go on to the other 8-man tag team on the docket, which is Rich's boy Sting and Darby Allen and the Sex Gods with Chris Jericho and the once again a babyface back to friends with Jericho, Sammy Guevara. Is he the windshield wipers?
Pretty much. He's here, then there, then here, then there, then here, then there.
I what
Hmm.
this is different than a Big Show thing. I don't know if we discussed this, but
We
I
did.
think it's more. Yeah, it's like they make up, they break up, they're
Hmm.
basically married. Okay,
They're
so
they're AEW's toxic tag team.
basically, pretty much. So the Callis family was represented by the what is it? The Alpha
Hmm.
Konosuke Takeshita. That's right,
Hmm.
I did it. Powerhouse Hobbs, and look, you gotta say that anything Powerhouse Hobbs. Why is it they always put in Powerhouse Hobbs in groups? Can he not just, you know? I'm fine with it. If he's gonna get TV time and he has to be in a group, great. But I think there's something here.
Well, it is all faction wrestling.
Yeah, I guess I would like to see more Hobbs matches with Callis as a manager.
Yeah. Get him more singles opportunities.
Yeah. Nothing really to report there. They did all their whatever. Sting is still Sting. Oh,
On his farewell tour.
indeed. And speaking of nothing, that's not unrelated, I guess. Julia Hart is the next match here, retaining her TBS championship. Why are we even
Mhm.
talking about this? There wasn't any way we thought that Abaddon was gonna defeat the lovely Julia Hart, Golden Pencil winner from her entrance music, as
Mhm.
discussed on the Bookie Awards this past Saturday. So, Rich Derez, how do you feel about that?
I dig it. I like it. I love Julia Hart's reign right now. I love what she's doing with it. I like that she came out and confronted Abaddon. Abaddon's kind of on a streak, getting racking up the wins. So Julia Hart came out, put the towel down between them, and then poof, disappeared.
Yeah, but she could even bite. Biting was
Yep.
legal. Like
hmm
Abaddon had it in her favor, and she still couldn't win.
You know what? That's kind of why these house rules are in place. It's like you pick the stip, and I'll still beat you, and I
Indeed.
like that.
Yeah. Speaking of still beat you, let's talk about Christian Cage, the TNT champion, took
hmm
on basically Christian Cage and his entire family there,
Mm,
the Cage family dynasty
hmm
over there. Um,
Patriarchy.
yes. So first, this match ended with Adam Copeland becoming the TNT champion. However, afterwards,
Mm,
Christian Cage had Luchasaurus give to him because you could just do that. His TNT championship match anytime. So Christian Cage got his rematch
hmm
and, of course, won and got
But
the belt back.
like Shakira said, wherever, whenever, and that's what happened.
Can you just give your thing? I guess you can't compare it to Money in the Bank because it's a different thing. It's not the same thing.
So I don't ever recall hearing that that can't be done. I just think, how do I phrase this? Fuck it. I'm gonna say, I guess no. Okay, fair. So Killswitch, Luchasaurus, has this thing. He's working for Christian. He's been mentored by Christian. So he was inclined to give it away. There's obviously no clause in the contract that says you can't do so. I don't know that there is not that clause in the Money in the Bank briefcase, but no one over there in WWE has just given it away.
I'm wondering if they would just do like someone's like wealthy, like a wealthy character. How come they haven't done that? And like they get a mercenary, and it's not somebody who needs the championship.
Mhm,
You know what I mean? But it's like they've had to have won it before. You know what
mhm,
I mean? And they're in the Money in the Bank match, and they win the championship. But after the match, I mean, they win the briefcase. But
mhm,
after the match is over, not even after the match is over. They win the briefcase, but it's time to cash in,
mhm,
and they come out. But along with them is whoever that wrestler is, and they have a briefcase, and they trade briefcases with them. And the one who won the Money in the Bank, he opens the briefcase, and it's just a bunch of money. And like the ref, everybody else is like, wait, what? Did he just? Oh my god! And the person that has the briefcase just bolts towards
mhm,
the ring, and then they successfully cash in. And then you got everybody like, what the fuck? And then on Monday Night Raw,
mhm.
that's what it's like. You find out what the hell happened.
I like it.
That's that would be fun as fuck. It's gotta be so. It can't be Brock. Because
No.
like Brock makes more money than like he's got the money. You know what I mean? It's got to be.
Brock just wants a hunt, and when he's not hunting like moose, he's hunting people.
Yeah, exactly. So it can't be him. Oh man, that's so fascinating. Wouldn't that be like an interesting development if somebody did that? If all of a sudden it's like, yeah, the championship, that's great, but then I've got a bullseye on my back. What if it's almost like the lump sum when you win the lottery. Because, like,
Mhm.
you get paid more for being the champion. That's what we're being told. But that's for how long you stay champion, right? So,
Mhm.
what if this guy wants the lump sum
Mhm.
up front? It's
Just
like,
make me
I'm good
champ
with the
now.
money.
Mhm.
Exactly. I've been champ before. I know what it means to have that target on your back. I don't want this shit. And there you go. That, that
So
that's the reason I
if
say it has to be somebody that hasn't had it before, because you don't want to demean the championship. But like, if it's somebody that's been to the mountaintop before.
right.
Sorry. All right. So what were you gonna say?
No, I was thinking like Cameron Grimes could be the one to use the cash if he turns heel,
Yeah.
or Corbin. I mean, the story now is Corbin has such a ton of money like that.
Oh, that'd be great though. Like, if he's the one paying, because you haven't seen him in a while on regular TV. He's been on NXT the whole time,
Mhm.
just saving his money.
Yeah, just banking it, so to
Yeah.
speak.
I want to do this long term because I was thinking about it.
Mhm.
The one you can do this with. And it's ironic that it would be Corbin that's the one that's giving the money.
Mhm.
So we can have it that the Miz is on hard times and he really needs the money. Like, he's somebody who's been champion before. He's
Mhm.
got an expensive lifestyle. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
And we
You
know
know
he's
what his
on
wife looks
lim-
like. He
and
got
he's
all
on a
his
limited
kids.
allowance. Mhm.
Exactly. Even then, you know what I mean? Like, the money, like, whatever, bad
Mhm.
investments, make up something. He lost it as some shit coin, whatever. You
Maurice
know,
sold his balls.
it writes itself.
Mhm.
So, all right, we're talking about AEW Worlds End, of course, and
That's right. God damn it.
that's right. So, it intelligently, it's really interesting that the match that Edge won was a no disqualification match.
Mhm.
But then he has another match, and he just loses. He just loses.
Yeah.
I guess, he's been through a lot, and
Yeah.
that's gonna keep on going, I guess,
Mhm.
till who knows. I'm thinking like a cage match. What do you think? Or do they have to like make up a new thing?
A Christian cage
A
match.
Christian cage match.
I did a quick Google search earlier,
Yeah. What's up?
and I am going to quote which playersbio.com here. Okay.
Okay.
It refers to Adam Copeland as Edge, so sorry, just try and follow here.
Did you
Uh
just use his WWE name?
I did. Edge never saw his parents together as they separated before he was born. Edge's mother, Judy Copeland, raised him all by herself.
So
We
that means
don't
Edge is a
know.
bastard. Oh no, I'm
We
just kidding.
don't know that Adam Copeland's dad is not dead.
Oh my God, he could just show up, and that means that he could beat Christian Cage because his father's alive.
There's a lot of potential here.
Man, there's a lot of booking here. It's like we've
Mhm.
just booked for 2 shows. See? Um,
Hire us, Tony.
yeah, I mean, I'll do it.
Yeah,
I'm not too big for that. Not too little either.
that's
All
right.
righty. Speaking of not too big or not too little, Eddie Kingston defeats John Moxley to become the AEW Continental Champion, inaugural,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
still be the strong overweight world. I meant to say open weight.
Yeah.
It's 2 letters, guys. Like, honestly, that's not even all right. If somebody does it, if a heel is feuding with Eddie and doesn't make that slip, I'm very disappointed. Caster,
Mm.
turn heel, get out there. Somebody.
Yo, listen. Listen.
Congratulations on becoming the overweight champion. Oh, my bad. I meant open weight champion. Whatever. Anyway,
Yeah,
I
there
don't
you go.
want to get killed by Eddie Kingston.
It
This is a
also this also
hypothetical
writes
rap.
itself.
That's
That's right.
Max Caster, the
Mhm.
character that I'm doing. Okay. Max Caster, the character
Mhm.
impersonation, not Basement Jared impersonating Max Caster, brother.
I'm the dude who's playing the dude who's playing another dude.
That's right, dude. That's a good movie. Um, All right, main
Such
event.
a good movie.
All right, buddy. Samoa Joe strangled MJF. Long story short, not
Mm-hmm.
even 20 minutes. Um, there were 13 matches on the card. I know one of them was technically not really, but a part of the other one, but still it counts as a separate match.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what can I say? The plan was perfect. He was whittled down, he was baned, and then he was slept. And then we spoke about that. We will have spoken about that in the future, but we're talking about that now. The mid card mafia. It's been revealed. Adam Cole
Baby.
is the devil. Um, we're going to talk a lot about that in a future episode. But the long and the short of it, Richter, is: are we impressed with the Kingdom and Roderick and Wardlow being the guys?
So, two parts here, right? The Kingdom and teaming up with Adam Cole and all of that makes sense, first of all. And second of all, called it. I called it that the Kingdom were the Devil's Rejects there.
I think everyone was right
Yeah,
because
probably.
if you think about it, I meant between us, we
Yes.
speculated
Mm-hmm.
on Roderick.
Mm-hmm.
He's technically in there.
Mm-hmm.
So it could have been him all the time anyway, but it wasn't. It was Adam Cole because of the mask. Remember, we pointed that out a long
That's
time
right.
ago.
That's right.
And Wardlow,
Yeah. So
surprise to you,
which
but I,
brings me to
yeah,
the second thing. Now we know Wardlow has had this vendetta against MJF. Putting him into another faction and having Adam Cole this week on Dynamite saying that Wardlow is going to go for the world title, and then when Cole's better, he's going to give it to him.
yeah, but pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
If you saw the camera work, it's not like Wardlow's not aware of what Adam Cole has said.
Mm-hmm.
It looks to me, if he's intelligent, Adam Cole, the Devil's Rejects, the mid
Mm-hmm.
card mafia are a means to an end. It's not like he's contractually obligated to give it to him.
Mm-hmm.
Let that, and I'm doing this in character of
Mm-hmm.
like Wardlow. If I was Wardlow, let that skinny bitch try to take this belt off me. I will
Mm-hmm.
grab him by his hair, the
Mm-hmm.
bitch that he is, and run it through the mat because I'm fucking Wardlow and you're
Mm-hmm.
shit. Like this would be a Wardlow that has beaten a Samoa Joe, like I'm talking about the world title Samoa Joe, that
Mm-hmm.
will be at this point on a tear. Because I'm
Mm-hmm.
thinking Samoa Joe, he's going to keep racking up wins while Wardlow, as was stated, works his way up to the card
Mm-hmm.
to get to Joe, like Cole was saying. And it's interesting that Vince was right because it feels to me like Adam Cole right
Baby.
now is a manager. That's what it kind of feels like to me.
Only because he's injured.
Hmm. And then when
He's
we find, like, okay,
he's he's got he's got the old CM Punk injury.
I'm bookmarking my disrespect for later so I
Mm-hmm.
can pull this up later.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully I don't have to pull this up later. Hashtag Vince was right. So like time will tell, but
Mm-hmm.
hey, I don't know. So because it's interesting, like with Samoa Joe and what they're doing, it's kind of brilliant because it was almost like an unintentional beta test when they had Joe and Wardlow going against each other for the TNT Championship at one point.
Mm-hmm.
And that worked, I guess.
Yeah.
And now it's the main stage, Joe versus Wardlow for the belt. And we
Yeah.
know
And
Wardlow can destroy Joe because he's done it.
yeah. And fortunately, they have kind of been like repeating a match or two here or there, but like this would be a completely different story at least.
Yeah, like
Different Wardlows, different Joe, different stakes. The only thing the same is the two guys. Everything surrounding the story is different.
Yeah. I keep laughing because I got the visual of Wardlow grabbing Adam Cole by his long bitch hair, just
Mhm.
slapping him into the mat like fucking nothing. Like,
He's
you're not gonna
hold
take
him up like
this.
what, like one of those troll dolls.
Yeah, dude. If it wasn't for and like Adam Cole, does he watch like AEW TV?
Nah.
Why are they trying to do the same thing? You think Wardlow's gonna be like Luchasaurus and just be like, here you go with the biggest prize in AEW? And it's interesting, like how Adam Cole's going to try to just copy Christian Cage. He's like, all right, I mean, Christian Cage could just do it. I guess I could just do it.
One
We could just
skinny
give,
bitch to another.
we could just give belts to each other. We could just give belts away. That's the
Yeah.
precedent that they set. You could just give belts to somebody. You win the
Yeah.
belt. Here you go. That's so
Yeah.
stupid. That's so stupid. It's like they've circumvented the finger poke of doom, you know, or the bash at the beach, Jarrett laying down for Hogan. You know what I mean?
I did just watch an episode of Dynamite from a couple weeks ago, and Shivani referred to AEW talent as WCW wrestlers. He said here in WCW actually.
I mean, he's old, so
Yeah.
you could give him a little bit, but he's not concussed. So
He's not. I had been thinking before because I'm binging some older episodes of AEW, and I was thinking to myself before he said that, like, the announcers have been better. They haven't botched lately. But you know what? It has been a while. I'll give him that. You say the same thing for like 30 years. Every now and then you're gonna slip up. It's all right.
that's yeah, exactly. It's the same three letters. Sting is there.
Yeah.
Dustin's there.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, technically, Paul White's there.
Paul White.
So there's a lot of people he knew there that are there.
I think Jerry Lynn was in
Jerry Lynn.
WCW for a bit. Jeff Jarrett.
Jerry Lynn was mentioned on TV, first name only, and I just assumed they were talking about me. So,
They
you
weren't.
know, I know somebody told me it wasn't me, and it was Jerry Lynn. I'm like, all right, sure.
Weird.
Until I'm told otherwise. So,
Yeah.
um, well, Rich, World's End is
Mm-hmm.
behind us. We talked a little bit about what we think about the Devil's Rejects here and what should happen.
Mm-hmm.
With that in our coverage here. Were you? I don't think you were disappointed that it was Adam Cole. It was more like, yeah, that tracks, right?
Yeah. Yeah. No disappointment. It's just okay. I'm not surprised. I'm not disappointed. Here for it.
Mask was the first clue. What really set it in was when Adam Cole had come back and he's talking to MJF and they're in the ring
Mm-hmm.
and the devil comes up on the screen
Mm-hmm.
and it looked like Cole's doing something in his pocket. So like you could like maybe he has like a USB pen or something or and like a wireless thing to activate or something.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why that happened.
So you
So
don't think he was playing pocket pool?
yeah, two things can be true. He's got two hands and two pockets.
That's right.
So like you
Orange
could just
Cassidy.
look, man, don't this guy, this Orange Cassidy, he's a menace. Now he's Chris Statlander's problem. But what's not our problem, Richter, is
Mhm.
tell him what to do.
Well, if you don't know by now, hit the bell, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Comments down below. Let us know what you thought of AEW Worlds End. What would you have done differently? I mean, I know the TNT title thing I would have done differently. TNT? TNT. I mixed them
Yeah,
up. It's okay.
that's the only issue I had really. Like everything
Yeah,
else was, fine, fine wrestling.
exactly. So, link tree down below. Basicbookers@gmail.com. All of it. And Jared's got a parting message.
The match of life is scheduled for one fall, so make it count.
Do what the man says.
Follow the Booker. Skirt, skirt. Swerve, 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 swerve. Top rope, catch a dive, catch a foot. When I dive, big pressure I apply in the ring. You won't survive. Yeah, I swerve when I drive. Yeah, I swerve when I drive. Yeah, I swerve when I drive. Defeating me, you lost your mind. Top rope, catch a bird, catch a foot. When I dive, big pressure I apply in the ring. You won't survive. Yeah, I swerve when I drive. Yeah, I swerve when I drive. Yeah, I swerve when I drive. Defeating me, you lost your mind. Pedal to the metal. I'm Rebel. Willie no Red Bull. I ask if I'm busy schedule. I'm ahead of you. Locked up your quick like federal. You need medical. John Wick suit like Seattle do. You beat me is impossible. Jump to a flip. I don't sweat, but I trip. Made a movie, here's a clip. Barry Bonds, it's a hit. It's a hit, hit, hit. Now I'm rich, rich, rich. Chain music, here's a kit. Judge table, you get hit. Top rope, catch a vibe, catch a foot. When I drive, big pressure I apply in the ring. You won't survive. Yeah, I swerve when I drive. Yeah, I swerve when I drive. Yeah, I swerve when I drive. Defeating me, you lost your mind. Top rope, catch a vibe, catch a foot. When I dive, big pressure I apply in the ring. You won't survive. Yeah, I swerve when I drive. Yeah, I swerve when I drive. Yeah, I swerve when I drive. Defeating me, you lost your mind. Top, top, top. Top, 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 top. I'm coming. You are beautiful on the inside. You are innocence personified. And I will drag you down and sell you out. Run away. I am cold like December snow. I have carved out this soul made of stone. And I will drag you down and sell you out. Embraced by the darkness, I'm losing the light. Encircled by demons, I fight. What have I become now that I've betrayed everyone I've ever loved and pushed them all away? And I've been a slave to the Judas in my mind. Is there something left of me to save in the wreckage of my life? My life, I'm becoming. Judas in my mind. I'm becoming. Judas in my mind. Judas in my mind. On this shield is a heavy cross. There is blood on the path I walk. And each step I take is haunting me. Embraced by the darkness, I'm losing the light. Encircled by demons, I fight. What have I become now that I've betrayed everyone I've ever loved and pushed them all away? And I've been a slave to the Judas in my mind. In the sect of letting me to stay in the wreckage of my life. I'm becoming. Judas in my mind. I'm becoming. Judas in my mind. Judas in my mind. Judas in my mind. What have I become now that I've betrayed Everyone I've ever loved, I pushed them all away. And I have been a slave to the Judas in my mind. Is there something left of me to save in the wreckage of my life? My life. I'm becoming. Judas in my mind. I'm becoming. Judas in my mind. Yeah, I definitely forgot the last Judas in there, and like I messed up like 3 times. But hey, we did it in one take.